So, sir, in today's business, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that our fiscal deficit are in control. Right now, it is 4.8% of the GDP, and in next year we are hoping so that it will come down to 4.5% of the GDP. And our debt to GDP ratio has come from 62% to 57.4%. Also, our Indian government has imposed 12% safeguard duty on steel import to basically protect the domestic industries of our country. And RBI has I can say a runoff rate, additional runoff rate has given by the RBI of 2.5%. And the banks have, especially the private banks, have reduced the saving interest rate to maintain the profitability. Like they have reduced from 25 base point, and new accounting standard has been released by ICAI Chartered Accountant Committee. That is Accounting Standard 118.
Any other news, Abhiram?
Yeah, yes, sir. So, as far as today, Bank Nifty has crossed its all-time high. One more news, and one more thing is the Vice President who has come to India. They are having some bilateral talks with PM Modi itself. So that is one more news. Apart from this, um, as Puneet said, as banks have talked with RBI earlier, they thought of increasing that SLR by 5%, but when they have talked, they reduce it to 2.5%. So which potentially uh, let banks can circulate around 3 lakh crores, it seems, for their loans. Like they can able to circulate that 3 lakh crores as loans, and which increase their profit margins by 1 to 4%, which is huge. So that is the reason why today's all the banks stocks has rallied a lot, and which eventually made our bank Nifty cross its all-time highs. And apart from this, that's it, sir. Today, this is all I have read the news.
What is runoff rate?
So, sir, like, runoff rate is like the percent of percentage of rate which RBI tells that you to maintain in bank in order to give the
Your internet is lagging, I think.
money 100 rupees. Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir? Now?
Yes.
Yes. So runoff rate means like the banks which takes money from customers, which they give, for example, a customer came and they deposit 100 rupees in the bank. Bank cannot circulate this 100 rupees as loan. They need to keep a particular amount with them because they don't know when a particular customer will be coming back and they'll be asking their complete amount. So to maintain this, the RBI has told to keep 5%, and digital currency people who deposit through digital currency, they might come and ask much faster, or like transfer needs to be much faster, and also those people who transfer through digital payment, they are anticipating that those people might take the money back. So they have thought of increasing this 5 to 10%. But banks have talked with RBI. So with banks talked with RBI to decrease this to 2.5%, and RBI has approved it, and now this 5 became 7.5%. So that 2.5% which is left is giving around let the banks circulate more 3 lakh crores into the market to let them give it on loans. So they'll get some interest rate on this, which eventually increase their profit margins by 1 to 4%.
What is fiscal deficit, Puneet?
Sir, fiscal deficit means when the government do more expenditure than earning. when the government expenditure is more than earning, that is known as fiscal deficit. And to finance it, then government take a loan from IMF or World Bank, or they sell their public assets, or they reduce their stake or do disinvestment to finance this physical deficit.
What is GDP?
GDP, sir, means when total value of all the goods and services produced in a country, in a geographical boundaries of a country, basically.
Total goods and services.
Yes, sir. The value of total goods and services
Both goods and
produced.
services.
How you can calculate?
Sir, there are different methods, but one of the method I remember, that is consumption method. When you try to calculate through consumption done by the private final consumption expenditure by us, by the government, what are the government investment is done, or the consumption done by the government, and then import minus export,
Consumption done by government and export import management. What this is?
and also corporates. The investment of corporates is also calculate comes under expenditure method.
In a nutshell, what you would like to tell means what comes and what doesn't.
Basically, it tells
Suppose,
us about what is.
for example, suppose any foreigner came in the country for 3 months, produced
Yes.
just produced some goods distributed in our country. Now that goods value will be included on GDP or not?
Sir, it is not produced in India. Basically, he comes and distribute the goods.
That is anyway service that can become. So my primary question is, whatever he will contribute, note this is foreigner.
Yes,
He
sir.
is
Then we will not
contributing anything
say.
within boundary of India. So yes,
So, sir, this will also will take into GDP. Like even a foreigner who comes and produces or who does the manufacturing in India and distribute in India, still will take this also into GDP.
okay. Puneet, you are saying not.
No, sir, I have also agree with, because because when we are thinking about consumption, the product produce the whatever that he distribute, or the goods are consumed in India, basically. So when you try to calculate through this method, then the all the goods where it is produced, but where it is consumption done in India, so it will come in Indian context.
Did you hear my question properly?
Sir, that you said that foreigner come in India and distribute the goods, basically sell his goods in India.
No, I have also mentioned timeline for how much time he came.
Okay, sir. Sir, what is the timeline?
That I am asking.
Okay, okay.
I told you na he suppose for 3 months he came. He produced some goods or given services. Now he went back. Now tell me, that services will be part of our GDP or not? You both are BCom and you must have subject like macroeconomics.
Sir, there are confusion, like when you see the GDP definition, it tells you about whatever produce we have to
No, no.
calculate on the basis of that.
So
But
you are
when you
saying
think
that
something,
GDP definition never mentions the nationals or international. Means whosoever will
yes.
count the same, isn't
Okay,
it?
okay.
Please just visit the definition of GDP. It is
Okay,
necessary.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There are some crucial words being used. The total value of goods and services within the boundary of the country produced by some nationals. National is not in the sense. I think for the national, we should remove this is a permanent employee. Like this, you have to use. Now you must be thinking like this should be a GNI, the gross national income. That's why national. No, there are some permanent residents that should only produce, and whosoever called permanent residents who has minimum level minimum they have to live here for a 6 month or 1 year. They are called permanent resident like this. So in definition, this is very clear. This you are from the commerce background, you should be just very clear regarding this GDP. Go ahead with today's cryptocurrency topic.
I start with so, sir, cryptocurrencies and digital currencies are the modern currencies, and they have become very popular. But they have these both currencies are very different and has play a different role. When I talk about cryptocurrency, and it is operate on a blockchain technology basis. It does not have any regulatory authorities like any central bank or any authority do not control it. But some of the examples of this like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin is there. But people use these in trading purpose. Some of the risk associated with these currencies are because of the price volatility and lack of regulation. It makes more riskier. But when I talk about digitally, any currency converted to digital and and like India has launched their digital currency that is known as digital e-rupees, and it is also known as central bank digital currency. Basically, it is more faster and more secure when I compare cryptocurrency. But sir, in conclusion, I can say these both currencies are the future currencies. Government need more regulation, more awareness need to be created. Innovation in technologies are required so that these currencies can helpful in economical development. This is from my
Aviram,
side, sir.
2 minutes.
These two are a completely innovative e-currencies which were introduced very recently. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, these are a decentralized currencies which are unregulated, which are not authorized by any government or not having any such kind of central government or any support. So these are prone to more risk as this is are not regulated. They tend to become more volatile, and people use this to convert their black money into white money. So this is one of the reason why Bitcoin is keep on increasing rapidly. So and also this Bitcoin is one of a game changer for many countries. For example, if we take Poland is increasing rapidly in Bitcoin. America is increasing their stake in Bitcoin just to uh, safeguard their country if some sort of a war has come. Like there are only two assets which are right now are considered very safe. One is gold and one is Bitcoin. So this is the reason why these both are hitting all-time highs right now. But when it comes to e-currencies or digital currencies, these are just in a form of currencies which are as a normal currency, like how we use our cash or money. These are regulated by our government, and also these are controlled by central bank. So this is a safer option. So recently, our India has released our own e-currency, and also Chinese has released their own yen currency, digital yen. So in a conclusion, these two are a different types of asset classes which have their own advantages and disadvantages. But when it comes to investments, you can see for Bitcoin and all. But when you see when you tend to have some more safety in your money, you can just take up this digital currency which is governed by government. So this is what my conclusion.
Was it correct?
Yes, sir.
Content is good, but the manner you are following. I have warned you regarding this manner in previous classes.
Okay.
Don't shake your
I'll
body,
check.
shake your hand. Just be straight and watch on panelist eyes.
Okay,
Be
sir.
straight. So you are just trying to let them understand by shaking your hands. They are not children. They are getting this.
Okay, sir. So like nothing, sir. Like if I move my hands, I'll just feel much more comfortable while speaking. So that is the reason why I tend to move my hands more. So
But
okay, sir. I'll
the point,
decrease it.
the point that is more important that they should feel comfortable, not you. If
Okay,
they
sir.
will
Okay.
feel
Sure, sure.
comfortable, then they will.
Okay.
So now there is a third question of the day: school to graduation. So Puneet, can you start your means the moment if any panelist will ask, tell us something about yourself. You have to give your name, from where you belong, then coming to your historical background of education. So from schooling to graduation, you will speak. If any extracurricular activity you have done, that you can incorporate, but not more than 1.5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
You have immense opportunity. You have done a lot of things. Need not to mention everything.
Sir,
Big major
one
Puneet.
thing I have to ask from you, like, can you mention your father business in introduction? Like, I should
No,
do it or not?
unless until they will ask, you don't have.
Okay, okay.
Go ahead, Puneet.
So, sir, my name is Puneet Majan. I came from Gwalior, and from Gwalior itself, I have done my schooling from St. Paul's School, and then I moved to Bhopal to pursue my graduation from Excellence College, Bhopal. I have done from graduation. I have done from BCom, that is Bachelor of Commerce. And during my college, I am learning about stock market, also trading with my pocket money. And I was a member of Rotary Club in my college, also done virtual internship at JP Morgan, and done a volunteered at NGO. Sir, this how I can introduce myself. This is the
Aviram.
pattern.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, sir. So, my name is Abhiram. I am a BCom graduate. Alongside, I am also semi-qualified CMA. I come from Mysore, Karnataka. I have done my schooling in Rajamahendravaram, which is in Andhra. And coming to my BCom, I have done my BCom in Sabarmati University, which is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And apart from these, my academic and professional journey, I do also have volunteered in an NGO in Mysore itself. It is called Karuna Trust, which is mainly concentrated for mentally ill and retarded people. Apart from this, I do also do stock market trading and investing with a capital of around 3 lakhs, which my father has given, and I have increased it till 6.5 lakhs right now. So this is my background, sir.
The moment you have mentioned the capital, you have increased. This is not like
Okay.
getting this thing.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So, hello everyone. I am Abhiram from Mysore. I have done my schooling from Visakhapatnam, and I have done graduation in BCom. That is a bachelor's in commerce. You have to speak, not you have to speak BCom. Full form.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
From where you have done the college name. Now coming to extracurricular, where everyone is just blank. What to speak, what not. You have mentioned your double of money like this thing. Don't speak like this. Firstly, you have to seek core things. Like I have ranked 3 in CMA examination.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Apart from this, I have 2 years of work experience in which I have learned about stock audit and GST returns. Coming to my extracurricular activity, I have a strong hold on running, basketball, and long jump. That's all.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Don't stretch it otherwise.
Sir, we can include hobbies and interests. Like I can say, I can add on to my hobbies are playing cricket, or I am also interested in following Indian politics and geopolitics. Like I can say like this.
Then they will ask question on geopolitics and Indian politics. Will you be able to answer the same?
Okay, sir. I need to prepare
So if you need to prepare at that time, you don't speak because that is a
okay,
decision making time. They can reject you or accept
okay,
you based on your decision. You will say that, sir, I need to know about geopolitics. And at the same point of time, you are saying, I am good at geopolitics. What will be this? When you will not be able to answer this thing.
okay, sir. Okay.
Any query?
No,
Like
sir.
I am
Uh,
Puneet Mahajan from Gwalior. I have done my BCom from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh itself. Apart from this, I have keen interest in stock market and I have done my virtual internship from JP Morgan as an asset management category.
Okay,
As in
sir.
my extracurricular activity, I have interest in some sports, whatever sports, two sports you take the name, that's all. Stop at that point. Now,
Okay,
if
sir.
you want them that they ask the question on specific subject of BCom itself, the moment you have mentioned that as an graduation you have done BCom, that is a bachelor's of commerce, so you have to mention after this in which my core area of topic or core area of interest was, what was your commerce and accounting, auditing, cost accounting, management, marketing, like this thing. Even a smaller portion, even one chapter is in your BCom in which you are very great, you have a strong hold. Mention that thing. Getting this in. Then after extracurricular thing. So what it will signal them that they will ask the question on the same in which you have said that you have a strong hold. Otherwise, if you will not mention in your strong area, then what will happen? They can ask anything about BCom, any subject they can pick up. Now you will not be able to answer every subject. They will not give you marks. You signal them your strong subject.
So, sir, how many subject we can include like one,
One,
two?
only one. Arre,
Okay,
we like only one subject.
okay, okay, okay.
We are good at only one subject. And now let me know if my screen is visible. And for your kind information, tomorrow topic is electric vehicle.
Okay, sir.
Let me know if my screen is. So here we ended yesterday in which the nationalization. What is nationalization? You have mentioned that if government is facing huge crisis of fiscal deficit, they can, what they can do? They can sell the public stake. So that is a opposite of nationalization. They can buy the public stake. Any private entity is going to bankrupt. They can buy the stake and make it government. That is called nationalization. So in 1969, this question was many times asked that in 1969 how many banks were nationalized. In 1980 how many banks were nationalized. So this thing you have to remember. Only figure. Don't remember the name of bank. Now coming to public sector bank, that is a government bank in which government of India has more than 50% of stakes. Private sector banks, that is a private entity owned in which government is 5%, 10%, but not more than 50. You don't have to remember minimum capital requirement. If you are interested, you can read it. Another is regional rural banks. So as name suggests that regional rural banks, they are specifically just focusing on the rural areas. Means within a specific region there are banks, but now one nation, one RRB, like one state, one RRB, they made a new law by government of India. So earlier, what happened ki within same, for example, from police side that is in MP, there were two RRBs. One was Madhyanchal Grameen Bank and another was something I am unable to remember. But now the both will merge with the same name. We will recall it. But we have to remember that what are the shares, means why this is government, because central government has a 50% stakeholding. That's why it was a government bank. Coming to next, that is the state which is going to sponsor this lowest holding, that is 15%, and the bank, one sponsor bank is there. So even if you see that like a Madhyanchal Gramin Bank, then just watch that this is sponsored by which bank. Either any public sector bank is sponsoring these RRBs. No private sector bank will sponsor the RRB, because if they will sponsor the RRB, they will not get that revenue what they can get in non-sponsoring of RRB. Because RRB is totally to serve vulnerable sector, in which you cannot generate that revenue from what these private sector banks are generating from the high net worth individuals services. Next is DSIB, that is a domestic systematically important banks. There are three banks, as you will be aware of this SBI, HDFC, and ICICI. So these are so systematically important that if suppose tomorrow morning HDFC Bank stock crashes, what will happen? Whole economy will go into recession. Then government will come to rescue it, because economy can disrupt. That's why this is so big. That's why this is in the list. Second is NABARD. So NABARD is the father of RRB. Means NABARD just see the RRB how they are working. As NABARD's name clear that National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. For agriculture and rural development, the same thing what RRB was doing. Getting this thing. So actually RRB's audit is done by NABARD Bank officer itself. So you have to remember on which committee recommendation. Actually, they will not ask committee, they can ask for what purpose it was made and what is the full form. But for your kind of information, you can remember this committee, Sivaraman Committee. This is important. Other than this, nothing is important. And this is owned by Government of India, everyone. Next is National Housing Bank. So National Housing Bank means basically, as name suggests, for the regulation of housing prices, construction materials prices, it tracking they have, because they will track land price index. They actually releases land price index, construction material index. So you can see that how the price are rising with respect to previous year. NHB. Earlier it was part of RBI, but later on it separated from the RBI and made single entity owned by Government of India itself. You can also remember here the committee, name of committee, C. Rangaraj. Then coming to SEBI, as you both have been actively trading on a stock market, you must be aware of this thing. What is SEBI? Now coming to SEBI, that is, for example, suppose earlier what happened, if you have to start local business with your business idea, then and you don't have job, that is, you are not getting any salary slip from any institute, or you have only idea, you don't have land. For land, from land acquisition to working capital to finally expansion of business, what will happen? Who will give financial support? No one will give. But SIDBI came. SIDBI came and SIDBI said that I will give you, and Government of India will provide me collateral or guarantee. Because based on guarantee, loan can be given. So in this way, SIDBI came and SIDBI do this thing. Means micro small enterprises, collateral free loans they provide, because government is taking guarantee. Next is Mudra Bank. What is Mudra Bank? Actually, there are three categories, but recently, means 2-3 months ago, fourth category also came, in which based on the amount of the loan, the category was described like a Shishu Kishore Tarun, then Tarun Plus. So under the Shishu 50,000 up to 50,000 loan you can take, Government of India will give the guarantee to. Then coming to Kishore, under Kishore 5 lakh rupees loan you can take. Tarun 10 lakh rupees loan you can take, and Tarun plus 20 lakh, like this thing. Is based on the bracket of the loan. Here only Tarun mentioned because this is an old PDF and right now this was updated means 2-3 months ago the news came of this increment of maximum limit. Now Exim Bank is Export Import Bank of India. As name suggests that this will be helping in exporter and importer. While suppose I'm exporter, I'm exporting some goods. But how do I know that the party who is importing my goods in the other country will give payment to me? I cannot just guess this until unless I have prior payments or prior intimation that bank guarantee I collect, check I collect from that part. But they will not give. They will give only after the receiving the cargo. Getting this thing. So that guarantee will be given to Exim Bank that give him your goods. If he is not fulfilling this obligation, I will give you money. So Exim Bank in India working like this. Same thing from the importer side also. They are working. Now Export Credit Guarantee Corporation for the exporter, if you are going to take the loan without any collateral, who will give the credit guarantee? ECGC will give the credit guarantee. ECGC will go, for example, Puneet and as an exporter want to set up a big venture, big building. Now he wants loan from SBI bank, but SBI is not giving because it doesn't have any collateral. So Puneet will go into ECGC, tell him everything. ECGC and Puneet both will go to SBI and ECGC will say, front of SBI, give him loan, I am giving guarantee from government of India. Getting this. Next most trending topic and almost out of 100, 99 students will say from an IBM that this question was asked. Priority sector lending and financial inclusion. So what is a priority sector lending? We have to lend the sector which are prior with respect to other sectors, which are prior, which are backbone of our country. Which are backbone? Agriculture, MSME, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable. So we have to prioritize these sectors. So what is PSL norms? So under the PSL norms, if you are giving 100 rupees loan, in a month you have given 100 rupees loan to different customer, retail, corporate, institution or any other. Out of that 100, the 40 rupees, you have written the 40 rupees of the loan should be given to these priority sectors. Otherwise, RBI will penalize you. Out of 40, 18 rupees should belong to agriculture, 7.5 micro, 10% advances to weaker sections. Like this, you have to distribute. So this is a regulation of PSL norm. See, there are some banking companies, there are some non-banking financial companies. You must be aware of what are non-banking. So basically, only two differences are there. First thing is NBFC cannot accept demand deposit. They will only accept term deposit. Second thing, if NBFC go and liquidate himself, then what will happen? You will not get your money. Despite this thing, if bank will go, your 5 lakh rupees are safe. Anti-money laundering, you must be aware of Mehul Choksi cases and Vijay Mallya cases, in which anti-money laundering acts were also implemented, and under this, any illegal circulation of money is being tracked and we recover the same using administrative way, judicial way, or whatever. This is basically for the to seize the money laundering process in the country. Next, financial inclusion. Read 10 times. And I can say 99.99% either you both of will get this question or one of you will get. Because out of 199 persons are being asked. Financial inclusion is what? Educate someone for the financial uptake. Means to give the knowledge who doesn't know anything, who is living in any rural area, who doesn't have any smartphone, who has only keypad phone, who is not able to just know what is bank, even if you don't know what is saving account, what is current account, what is insurance. Go teach him. The moment you have taught him, he is financially included. Included. That is a financial tool. How bank are going to do this? So actually, why people are not opening saving account with the banks, because there are some deposits you have to keep. So you will go with ICICI 25,000 minimum deposit, Metro 6 years. If lower than that, average monthly balance with that, they will penalize you. That's why poor population will not go, because they don't earn that much. So government what they do, that 0 rupee account, no minimum balance required. You come, open the account and go. That in that way they are financially included. There are various schemes through which they are increasing this income. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. The same, no minimum balance required. This is actually famous in Corona era. This war
What is it, sir? What is it?
in COVID era, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Second is Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Atal Pension. So these are basically schemes. You don't have to go into depth of it. Just read about PMJDY and basic definition of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana with financial inclusion incorporated. Now, financial inclusion fund we will read from tomorrow. Any doubt you have till now?
Yes.
For tomorrow, there is a topic for you, that is electric vehicle. Please read it, and we will discuss about your graduation specific subject. What type of question may be there for the PI round? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining today. We'll meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, bye, bye.